Hello, geeks, and welcome back for another episode of Better Than Wolves. Today, what we're going to be working towards is actually going up the tech tree so that we can stop this gearbox, that gearbox right there from breaking consistently, which has been just an annoyance to always go up and fix it. And I also want to play around with the block detectors and things like that. For a little bit later. So, the first thing that we need to do is we need to make steel. So in order to make steel, we need urns, I believe they're called. And you can make urns on a turning table with clay and turn them into everything, or to turn them into what you need. But the first thing that I want to do in order to do that is test out an idea for mass producing them for a sort of building devoted to it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try that out with multiple of these hibachis and what are these called? Squeeze boxes, whatever they are, and once I've got the hibachis created, I will let you guys know. Now the part that you're about to see used to have commentary, but someone forgot to hit unmute. Well, I feel dumb for not hitting unmute on that previous segment. I just essentially talked to myself for a while there. So, we need to complete this sail. The vertical sail is a lot more expensive than the sail that we made previously that only required... Oh, I can show you. Only requires 4. The vertical sail requires twice that, and I'm not too sure if it like does twice as much in terms of power output or something like that. I don't know, but I'm also gonna need some gearboxes now that I think about this. So let's quickly make those. Got redstone on me. 16 of them. Got the ladders, got everything like that. Alright. How high is a good height? I have no idea. And I have no idea what sort of dimensions I need here either. So we're gonna kind of have to experiment around with it. There's the kiln. Trust me, the commentary that went around along with that was so amazing. I enjoyed it. I have no idea what to say now about it. Maybe once it's running, we can try it out, or try to figure it out. So I'm just gonna go as high as this previous one. Seems like a decent height. Good. Crap. No point building that tower. I have to be building the whole thing the way up. Otherwise, it helps no one that I did that. 1, 2, and 3. And place that there. Box. Okay. Need more space on my bar. So yeah, maybe while we're going up. So right over here is a prototype for a kiln design that I'm thinking of, and the reason that we need to build the kiln before we do the soul-forged steel that we talked about is you're going to need a lot of urns. So I have no idea if that's gonna face the right way. So as a result of needing a lot of urns, you need to fire all of those urns in a kiln very quickly. So I'm probably going to have a dedicated sort of automatic kiln system in another area, but I think that the storage room should probably have one smaller version of everything that we're going to need. So we're gonna have kilns, we're gonna have furnaces like we have right there. We're gonna have crucibles and cauldrons, I guess? I don't know. I couldn't think of the other one. So yeah, we need to kind of diversify right here. Let's see, gearboxes. Here's the water bucket. There we go. Ah, well, that worked out well for me. It's very awkward doing this compared to The simplicity of just, hey, stand on top of it, jump and place a block, it's way more complex. I'm gonna get myself killed doing this. So I want to jump onto there. And now the question is, can I get back onto the area that I need to, or onto the ladder without falling to my death? Good that time. Alright. That'll be high enough. Now, I don't know if this works the same. Can I just put like 2 axles and then the windmill? Too few vertical columns in to place the windmill here. Okay, well, we're gonna just have to put as many vertical columns as we can until that message goes away, right? Let's see how high this thing needs to be. I'm hoping that the message will get switched from too few vertical columns to something's obstructing this structure at some point. So too few vertical columns. What? No. Okay, I thought I was gonna die. This is dangerous. Too few. Dying is still an inconvenience. Still too few. Holy crap. This thing needs a lot. Well, let's try that. I think we're at the point where we could try like one at a time. Too few. Too few. I wonder if the things beside it are causing it to say that. Come on. How many could you possibly need? How big is this thing gonna be? It's gotta be it, right? Okay. I'm getting rid of the column next to it. So then that's gonna be the problem. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is going to be 14. Ow. Oof. That's why we keep these potions of healing on it. Otherwise it would take ages. Something or by you. Holy crap. Okay. Whoa, whoa. So it broke off at a certain point, which means we do have too many. So I'm gonna go back up and collect those at the breaking point. I think we probably lost more resources there. Alright. It does have an obstructed message, which is strange. Why didn't it start giving me the obstructed message after the point where it was a good height? Alright, got the windmill back. Let's go in, or let's go with this. Something. There we go. Well, it looks like it's still a little bit too high, but it's good. That's a massive looking windmill. It also looks cool. So, how's the power doing? That's backwards. All this is backwards. How did I manage that one? Input goes up. Up. And this one's got to go up as well. You just gotta do that one by ear. There it is. Now let's see if this thing starts to work now. The turnable needs to start turning. Turning all of these on and off at once. Meaning that this is now a set of stoked fires. We tried to use as few as possible in order to get this to work. I guess I gotta describe everything. You cannot actually have it so that the things that are being turned off are the parts of the sequential chain. If you do that, it actually takes a little bit of time for the gearboxes in the sequence to activate. So if I were to turn that one off, it would take a few seconds for this to turn on and that to turn on. So you actually have to have this set of gearboxes that are directly tied to here and be the ones that are responsible. These bellows have a 3x3 area of effect, so this should activate both of these as well as this one. And it looks like this one in the middle here is not actually being blown out because there's two affecting it or something like that. So let's try our test case, which, as you saw before, we actually have to watch. This is how you actually make charcoal. You can't make charcoal in a normal furnace. That just doesn't work. You have to use the kilns. And it does take a little while. Unlike with the pottery, you can't see an in-between step. And it looks like it's not actually catching on fire. I wonder if that's it registering that it's a product, so it won't do that. Oh, no, never mind. We just got lucky. Okay. I think by now it should have done it, right? Yes, this should have done it by now. Looks like with this design we also can't get burned, which is good. So, is the bellow... is that lever getting in the way of the bellow? But this one right here should work. The top one should work, if that's the case. I guess we're gonna have to turn a piece of pottery. So let's just turn this off so it's not making as much noise. And let's try out a one of the little pieces of pottery we're going to need. It's one of the further stages in here. One of the last stages that we need. So this one. So this is a, well, it doesn't even say, but it's an urn. Alright. Not looking good so far. That one should work over any others. Doesn't seem to be the case. Just throw that away and turn this off. Let's see if the fire is too high. If it's too high fire, then it's being stoked properly. It doesn't look like it's being stoked properly. let's try a test case here. Let's turn some of these off. Is it now working? It is. Alright, so it seems like what we're going to need to do is actually make more of these bellows. And we're going to need to make it so that each individual fire has its own set of bellows in order for this to work. So, still not burning me. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm unfortunately not in possession of a lot of tanned leather. No, wait, no. Yeah, I need more tanned leather in order to make the bellows. So, I'm going to feed the dogs and wait for some dung to be produced, and I'll be back in quite a while, because that's a long process. So, see you guys in a bit. Alright, while we're waiting for little bits of dung to be produced by these annoying wolves, we can do another thing that we need to do for this project, which is set up some turntables. I created a lot more than we were going to need, just so that we could do this. And what I'm thinking is probably outline this and everything with bricks, seeing as we need to use it in one scenario. Why not just sort of unify that? Bricks and wood don't look that bad together. So let's go 4 high here. And head on over to there. And one further down. And this is going to be purely for turntables. And much like the other side, we're going to have sticky pistons along the back section. So let's make them hidden by bricks. And this will allow us to create 7 spinnable things at the same time. Now, I wonder if there's a way that we can make it so that one of these activates without activating the other ones, and have a switch to activate them all at the same time. We probably can do that, but it's just going to be a matter of space. So, first off, we need to get the sticky pistons in here, so we're going to need a backing. And we're going to need to make the sticky pistons. So let's just run over here. Sticky pistons are very expensive, so we don't really want to make any more than we need to. We're going to be very exact with the amount that we create here. I need a little bit more cobblestone. Keep putting it back and then taking the cobblestone out. Never-ending cycle. Just do that. 7. At some point we will harness that that zombie spawner I lost the other day. I did an episode about finding it, and in the episode I found it and everything, and then, yeah, I lost that thing. Quite quickly afterwards, in fact. So, let's see here. Getting sticky pistons into the proper place is not always the easiest. Let's see what we can do. Nope. And I can't jump. What I might have to do is get rid of this. And come through the other side. place them. I even can't really reach. I'll have to go one higher. There we go. I'll put the bricks back. And now the more difficult part is when you have anything that is done with mechanical power in a straight line like this, getting it powered is very difficult. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to stagger the gearboxes, I think. Let's see. Actually, you know what we could do? Actually make these gearboxes very flat right here and stagger behind it. So just get rid of that. We can hide this with bricks afterwards. I'm gonna do it right now. Try to keep everything clean. One of the things that I need to do in that area is after we've figured out how we're going to be doing the bellows, sort of clean up the way this area looks, because you can see it through the fire. So, one of these is going to have to be powered from either up above or down below. Probably do up above easily. Try to keep things compact. And then everything else goes here and lines up very easily. Unlike with the bellows, we don't need any complex timing or anything like that. This will all be very straightforward. However, we are going to need more axles, and I think we might have enough birchwood molding. A little bit more rope. And did we also run out of gearboxes? Gearboxes are one of the things that are difficult to tell what they are, because they look exactly the same as wood. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm going to need to do is actually cut up a lot more wood. I'm going to actually cut up a lot of these, oh no I'm not. It's raining, so all of our power is currently unavailable. So we're going to have to work with what we have. We'll just make as many gearboxes as this will make. I need more redstone. It's very unfortunate thing about Better Than Wolves. It's just the inability to sleep means that when it's raining, you're just left sitting around, twiddling your thumbs and doing nothing. And I don't see how that's an attractive game mechanic. Who sits there and says, you know, let's make it so that people who are enjoying the parts of the mod that are awesome have to deal with all these negative things. And pretend like it's a good idea. Alright. Axles. And we need to connect this, or no, this one up with this one. How are we going to do that? What we have is, we can tap into these if we need to. Yeah, I think we might tap into these. It'd be very easy to. Or at least for one of them it is. And then comes to this one. I have to go. Oops. Let's see. We go 2 out, and then downwards. And then like that. There we go. The top section's connected as well. And that looks pretty good. Hopefully it won't interfere with anything we do here. Alright. So now we have turnables that are accessible. Need to hook them up right here. And we want them to go as fast as possible. And we want to put clay on top of them. And I'm going to continue to collect all of the soul urns I possibly can out of this setup when it stops raining, while we wait for the dog dung for the bellows. Let's see if we've got any more here. Might be time to feed them. See how many of them are hungry. Want some tasty sandwiches? Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think we fed them all. So, that's my time. So, I did it again. I recorded something with the microphone muted, so lost a little bit of content, but the episode's running along, so we can make it shorter. I ended up making the alterations to the kiln here, and now every single fire has its own bellow assigned to it. And this is kind of how things are looking now. A little bit more staggered, same sort of thing to get them lined up. Turnable, controlling everything. And 7 spots. Now, we can see this thing work. We take some wood, put it into each slot. And now we just need to watch to make sure that the wood doesn't catch fire. And this is how we make charcoal. So they'll randomly pop off, not necessarily in the order that I placed them, which is a little bit weird. And then we press the button and they all fall. Now there's a little bit of a problem with the design. I only got 6 charcoal out of the 7 that I put in. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a burn problem. You notice how it burnt me. Sometimes these things flare out to the side, like that one right there. And if you're not careful, it can catch some of the items. So this might need a little bit of tweak in terms of design. But we'll probably do that later. Like I said, this is running long. So we do that, collect them. Again, another one burnt. It's not necessarily 1 in 7. I did 3 stacks of these. So it's about a 5% loss. I lost 10 in total. And that could have probably been a little bit less if I was a little bit more patient. But yeah. With these urns, we now need to take our ground netherrack and process it through a powered hopper. Unlike what we had before, where it was just a hopper with soul sand, we now are powering it, and as a result, we can actually capture the souls that are being released by the ground netherrack. Oops, if we can actually toss this thing on here. So there we go. A little bit of soul, or the soul was captured inside of the urn, and we could pick that up. And we just need to do this a couple more times so that I have space in my inventory. There we go. So these are what we need in order to create our steel. What I'm going to do is quickly take the time to take all of our ground netherrack and process it through here. Fill as many urns as possible, and as soon as we've done that, we will create our steel. So I will see you guys after I've finished filling these urns. And hopefully next time we record, we won't have it muted. Alright. I've processed a few stacks of what is this? Ground netherrack into hellfire dust and produced a full stack of soul urns. And now if we come over to here, we can see inside of a crucible that a soul urn, coal dust, and an iron ingot will give us a soul forged steel bar. And we're going to need 7 of these in order to create what we need next. So fast forward right to 7, and we've hit 7 right here. And we're gonna need these in order to make an anvil. So anvils in Better Than Wolves are not the same as normal anvils. They're essentially, let's just plop this down here. They're essentially like a larger crafting table, and they unlock a large number of other recipes. However, I think we're going to have to get into what those recipes are a little bit more tomorrow, because we've ran out of time a while ago. So, big thanks to everyone for watching. Glad we got this far in terms of our recipes and everything. And yeah, did I say that it was coal dust? Is this coal dust? You grind coal in a millstone? Just clarification there. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and have a nice night, day, or whatever.